But now, due to some unfortunate circumstances, I get to do this one, which will be going live every day this week at around 7 p.m. A couple of days where I don't know. But with that, first, greetings. Welcome. My name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. I still haven't gotten that new intro down. Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. This is KillCo Musings. I haven't figured it out yet. Everything's new, and as per usual with me, and I realized this just a little while ago, not like today, that I have this channel and it kind of goes all year lately because of but I realize we're coming to the close of the year, so I'm starting to feel that panicky feeling that like, oh god, I gotta make more content, I gotta do more stuff. And also I have to do more stuff in general this week and coming December. Again, you're gonna get tired of hearing me talk. Maybe not. But stay tuned for lots of content, lots of lives. And most importantly, in this case, the GoFundMe giveaway, which is new, still a bit sketchy about it, where I will be... all the donations that go to the GoFundMe, which is halfway completed, surprise, and it's specifically the GoFundMe. Don't send it through my PayPal or Venmo for this. Go to the GoFundMe. You send it through me through PayPal and Venmo. It gets complicated. If you see the rabbit, he takes a cut every time he dances. Son of a gun. So click on the GoFundMe, donate there. I will look at that and then add the amount to the raffle that is already going on, which is complicated because I've never had to do it this way before. It's making it really interesting. So go through there and I will add you to the raffle. $5 equals one entry. That has been the default in the Whiskey Tube world for a while. But what could you win? That is the fun part. But first, there's also another link down below that I would like you to look into about this month. November, coincidentally, is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. And the reason I started doing this at all was since my father's birthday is this month. Is it the 28th? I was feeling like a bad son. I know it is. But I need to check because that's how my brain is. Yes, the 28th will be his birthday. So the idea is to push this raffle, which again is already, push this GoFundMe, which is already halfway completed, surprisingly, since I've only just been pushing it on Facebook and Twitter and every social media I can think of, except TikTok. Maybe I'll try it there. Don't know. I don't know how that works exactly. I don't know what the rules are. But I hope we're going to finish it this week. That's the idea, that I do these segments for the stream and hopefully complete it before my dad's birthday. And then that goes to my parents to help with their new expenses that go along with having to deal with chemotherapy and basically gas, wear and tear on the car, staying at hotels since they have to drive up to Boston for the treatments. It's taken a little bit of a chunk out of their I can't call it income. It's taken a chunk out of them financially, and I can't do much about it, but I'd like to think the Whiskey Tube community here can help, and they already have. Like I said, we're halfway there. It's just a matter of getting the rest, and I hope these prizes, which I will announce in a moment, will be worth helping me reach this goal. But first, I wanted to do something, since again it is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. There is someone who I admire, at the very least, who also would like to say a word about Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. Please welcome a friend of mine. Whoop.
November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. I support pancreatic cancer research in memory of my brother, Daniel. You can change the course of pancreatic cancer for all of us by supporting research. Research for Daniel, research for those we've lost, research for patients, research for all of us. Donate today at pancan.org.
So yeah, Johnson Frank, number one from the next generation, is also in on promoting awareness about pancreatic cancer. So that link is also down below. That is out of my hands. That is just what I'm aware of. And of course, you got a famous guy like him talking about it. I hope lots of people will be involved in supporting that, because that's the research. That's what's going to help my dad get better, is continuing the research to fight pancreatic cancer, because it's this wild one. If you don't know where your pancreas is, it's in the middle somewhere. It's very hard to get to, and having a problem with it really screws up your everything in here. That goes through your stomach and your intestines. That gets all screwed up. Now, before I forget, since I'm still adapting to things here, I had to fix my streaming setup, so I hope everything is good. Otherwise, I just a lot of talking that no one heard. So we're jumping into chat. Gotta take a look at what's been happening here. I saw people popping in early. That was great. Five Fingers. Hello. Welcome. Sugar Kitty Meow. Yes. Zenbud. Hello. Bourbon's Bourbon. Welcome. Apparently 4 Leaf sent you. Cool. 4 Leaf. Give me your whiskey. Sorry. Going down. Richie Z. Cheers, sir. I haven't poured anything yet, so don't worry. I'm getting to it. So this is like a pre-cheers. The cheers before I actually cheers. Yes. Next. John McKellen. Hello. Welcome. Cheers to you. Z-Man. Hey. Cheers, brother. Sorry. I always hear Macho Man Randy Savage say that word brother every time. It was the thing. Oh, is that great thing you were doing? Can you imagine 3 years ago you'd be generating thousands of dollars for your folks? No, Zenfood. The pipe dream of doing this for financial assistance is still there. I mean, YouTube hasn't clarified. They haven't gotten their cut. They haven't gotten their fingers into it yet, so all the money is actually going to either me or my parents in this case. Awesome. I never thought I'd be able to work from home like this, but I can. By drinking lots of alcohol. Yay! Living the dream. Bourbon's Bourbon. About his diagnosis. He was diagnosed about 2.5, 3 months ago. Before I went to the Bastards Ball, like just weeks before the Bastards Ball. My parents were supposed to attend with me. No. Got diagnosed with cancer and started chemotherapy. They've been doing that for a few months now. I think his latest one was recently, and I think he's going to take a break. I don't know how the rules are, but he's been going for a while. So he's got to take a nice little break from chemo for a bit. They did check on the pancreas, and there was some improvement, which was nice to hear. Thanks. So there has been improvement, but again, this is like taking a chunk out of my parents financially, and I want to assist as best I can, which is mostly just saying, hey, help me, please have money. I have whiskey. Could you give me money for whiskey? That's not true. You're purchasing raffle tickets, and they'll be hand-delivered to you later. Don't worry about it. Cambridge, we still have questions. Bourbon, ask me questions. If maybe Mama KillCo or Papa KillCo will show up, they can talk about it at length because they're the ones experiencing it. I might have one of them on stream yet. This is still very... I did the, I'm going to do these streams and then figure it out from there. But it has been difficult. Just, again, you can't... You hear people get diagnosed with cancer and you feel sympathy and you want to donate and everything, but you can't really get it until it's happening to your family or to people you love directly, where it's just like, your whole life just got shifted in a really unpleasant way. Especially with the holidays coming up. That's been weighing on me hard. I was talking to Greg about it just yesterday. Or this morning, technically. Because who needs sleep? Oh, God. Everything just jumped. Andrew Butler, hello. Welcome. Brewbaker Maker, hello, sir. Good to see you, as always. I'm a drinking buddy when I go to Kentucky. Basically. And Mr. Whiskey Shits, hello. Mr. Whiskey Shits, of course. Anyone can post the GoFundMe anywhere, as far as I'm concerned. As long as it gets more people to donate, again, there are prizes. I haven't announced what they are yet, but we're going to do that tonight. First, however, I need to pour something in my glass, and I need to tell you a story about why I'm pouring this in my glass first. And I also need to open things and turn on music. Music Maestro. Blah. Oh, weirdly enough, this song is called Opening. Appropriate. Let me know if you can hear it. Again, I've twisted the settings around slightly. And I still have to fix something, actually. Can I do that now? Probably. Do I think it'll work? I'm not sure. Let's find out. I could just break my freaking webcam. Nope, I'm not going to mess with that. I'll figure it out later. So let me know if you can hear the music, because I have no real way of telling easily. I think you can hear it. This is usually where I leave the volume. Prizes. Let me tell you what the prizes are, because that's the official stuff you really want to know. And then I will pour my whiskey. Must have order. Not good at order. Alright, so this, I had a few of these at the start. Yeah, this is very chill. It's chill music. It's in the background. I will figure that out in a moment. But thank you for letting me know. You can at least hear it a little bit in background music. So, the prizes for this so far, like some people might be crazy and start saying, here, I'll donate this. I don't know yet. But at the start, what we've got is a sample pack from me. From my collection here. I get to pick what it is, you get to drink it. Then, we get into the good stuff. It's actually chilling here. We have bottles. Yes, bottle giveaway. I am finally following this in the footpaths of many other streamers and many other whiskey people who have been like, bottle giveaway, woo. Because I have extra bottles, as you can tell. Especially over there. There's a bunch of extra bottles over there. I don't want to talk about it. But here are my contributions to the stream, to the giveaway. My browser is not up. I can't see what's going on. There we go. Okay. Boop, boop. So I'll have to see for this. Yeah. This is one of them. This is the Butterscotch Sundae, a favorite of mine. 3-chord. And this, what is this at? I forget. Why am I looking at the wrong thing? There we go. Tiny. 57.7%. So it's up there on the proof. And this is, of course, a Whiskey Mentor's pick. QSO1. Most of these are Whiskey Mentor's picks. Meaning you can only get them if you go to our store or see me. No, it's not true. I feel like other Whiskey Tube folk probably have them, but I don't know if they're promoting them as I had been. I'm very happy to do so. We are not affiliated with Whiskey Mentors, because that just has to be that way because of things. But I'm happy to talk about her bottles, and in this case, raffle them off. This is a favorite of mine, again, as I mentioned. I have one extra. This is the second extra. So don't worry. I might pour something out later. I don't know. Next one. I'm really sad about giving this one away, but I know it's for a good cause. And I know if I don't, I'm going to drink the whole thing. But this is the one I did a video for just recently. In the Woods. Jefferson's Reserve Single Barrel. Probably can't tell what it says there. You should just watch the video. There we go. Again, Canterbury Liquors, Whiskey Mentors. And this is 50%. Delicious. So those are the 3 things I can give away myself. That is the sample pack for me, the 3-chord Butterscotch Sundae, and the Jefferson's bottle. Those are for me. And it hurts a little in here because I want to drink those and they're good, but I have them. More important that I share the whiskey than to drink it all myself, because it's not going to happen. Again, way too much whiskey. It's a good thing, but it's also, I don't have a lot of storage space. Next, there have been 2 recent developments, also Whiskey Mentors related, that I didn't expect. So this went from giving away 2 bottles to giving away more than 2 bottles from Whiskey Mentors. But one has been donated to the channel from... Well, everything got moved around. There we go. One got donated to the channel by Zen Dude. And I don't even know if I've had this one. It's an Old Elk QSO3 Holy Cannoli. It's a Whiskey Mentor's pick. That's one of hers. I don't know if I've had it. I don't have a bottle of my own. But I also have an Old Elk I haven't opened. But I know that one's really good too. So that's that one. Surprise. And Irene Tan herself, the Whiskey Mentor, is giving me a bottle of a Compass Box Glasgow Blend QS01 Our Daily Dram. It's a peated, so if you're a winner of that bottle specifically, be aware of that. If you're not into peat, you can always give it to someone else. Unfortunately, I feel bad if someone wins that and like, I don't like peated stuff. It's like, well. I'll think about that one. Like, if someone gets that and they don't like peated whiskey, well, we'll work it out. You can either donate it to someone else, or maybe I'll give you a sampler pack instead, and I'll take that. No, I'd probably give it to someone else. Maybe. Anyway, we'll get to that if that happens. Next, Whiskey Mountains has donated a bottle of Old Forester 1920. So if you've never had Old Forester 1920... and I don't think I have a bottle, but I'm okay with that. Again, I have a lot of bottles. It's fine. That bottle is up for grabs. And then, sampler pack, 2 of them, from Bourbon Bites. And also a challenge coin from him. So there are going to be 2 samplers, so there'll be 2 chances to win it with a challenge coin that had been donated by Bourbon Bites. That's a lot of whiskey. And it's a lot of bottles. My main concern is how I'm going to deal with that part. But there you go. Now you know. Now you should tell all your friends so they can donate. So they can maybe get you one of these bottles in case you don't want to put in a hell of a lot of money. But that's it. I will post the list somewhere. There is the option to donate a bottle instead of donating money. You do not have to, because then the logistics become very tricky. But that's what we got so far. This is the biggest big giveaway I've done. And it's going on this whole week, so I will be streaming, even if we hit the goal. Even if we hit the goal, I will be trying to stream for the rest of the week up until next Sunday. Next Sunday will be when I announce who has won the bottles and the raffles and the samples. That's the part that terrifies me, is just dealing with all the logistics of that. But, blam! Biggest whiskey tube giveaway ever on my channel. And I hope all of you will tell your friends, participate, share, like, all that stuff. Oh yeah, like. Ooh. Oh wait. Do I have it? Do I have it? Did I not put it back? I don't remember. Oh, I did. With that, let's get back to chat. You guys have been talking and I haven't been able to read because I've been talking and I can't talk and read at the same time, it seems. Okay. Whiskey shit's got it. We'll do it, Mr. Whiskey. But talking. Richie, Brian, music speaking, do you have favorite bands, singers, etc.? Yes. A lot. Too many to list. But if you're a patron of mine, you do get access to a Spotify playlist that I have just kind of taken a lot of songs I like and tossed it into. I don't even know how many hours it is. I'm not even sure. I don't even want to look. But that is the easiest way for me to give others an idea of what kind of music I like. I try to like a lot of different varieties of music. So that's the best I can tell you. But I started off with, I think the earliest cassette, I should say, that I purchased was Queen. So that's where the starting point was, and that's a pretty good starting point in my opinion. And then we went into metal from there, and then it just kind of blossomed and branched out into every single kind of music imaginable. There are very few types of music I do not like. There's some that are instantly just like, too much, too loud, something. But for the most part, I like music. A variety of types. And again, if you become a patron, that's the easiest way to do it. Or in your case, Richie, I might just send you the link if you get in touch, so you can find out what I like to listen to. And I still have to tweak that list a bit. There's a lot of stuff in there that I didn't... It's like, ugh. Well, how did that get in there? Oh, you put a whole album in there. That's how. Ugh. So there's that. Let's see. Got to go through chat some more. Yes, Sugar Kitty. Whiskey Mentors picks, meaning they're amazing. Exactly. 4-leaf whiskey. Cheers. Hello. Welcome. And Irene, yes. Holy Cannoli is... Woo. Holy Cannoli is 117.2 proof. Thank you, Zenboon. Appreciate that. Good stuff. In for 6. Good God. Did you go through the GoFundMe? Because I didn't hear anything. I didn't look. But if you've entered the GoFundMe, I will be checking after the stream to add you to the list. But if you didn't go through the GoFundMe and you accidentally went through something else, it doesn't look like you did. Cool. Those 6 will go in. I don't want to even look at trying to put that together. So what I've been doing is looking at the GoFundMe. I've added up everyone so far. Anyone new, I will add onto the spreadsheet. I'm using a spreadsheet for this because it's that big. I have to figure it out. Let's see. Andrew Butler, hello. Got more whiskey than I'll have time to drink, so if my name comes up, ignore it and pick someone else. Andrew Butler, I'm not allowed to do that. What I will do is... I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably roll again. Or something. Again, this whole spreadsheet thing is new. But that's an if you win. And if you win, I will get in touch. That's the easiest way for me to deal with it. I will say either contact me or I will contact you. I don't know if GoFundMe has emails involved, but we'll figure it out. Again, a lot of this is new. A lot of this is like, I don't know what the hell's going to happen. It's fine. Mr. Great Shot, hello. You're welcome. Mr. Great Shot, I believe I saw you recently Big Vicking it in a backyard with barbecue, maybe? Just get some Big Vic energy. I glanced, and there were a lot of people in there. Hurt my head. Rush and Rainbow, nice. I've never heard of Rainbow. I've heard of Rush, but I like Rainbow, so it's fine. Now on to the whiskey. Now that we're whatever time it is now, 20 minutes in. Actually, I thought I was going to hit the 30-minute mark there, so we're good. But we're doing one of these. Hold on. I have to side-eye myself there, but here we go. This is Lefroy Galore. Not high proof, I don't think. I think it's 40-something? 48. So, I'm getting there. This is one of my favorites and one of my father's favorites as far as Lefroy's go. Some hot tacos. Nice. Had a few too many. You got to be careful, Mr. Great Shot. It's very easy to get excited and wrapped up in all the drinking. So, hydration is key, as I like to say. And also why I don't do many streams other than my own these days. It can be, you can accidentally do a little too much. Happens. Again, drink water. This, Lefroy itself, is how me and my father kind of stumbled into whiskey. And I can blame my dad for my drinking. Thanks, Dad. So, the story goes, once upon a time, a long time ago, in Rhode Island, my father got to record a book called Whiskey Women. If you would like to listen to that audiobook, I believe I still have the link down below. So you can, again, another way to support the channel and me and my dad, buy the audiobook. Tell your friend. It's a great story, actually, about how whiskey was saved by the intervention of many women, and that isn't really talked about. Of course not. Why would it be? But he heard about, while reading that book, he heard about something called Lefroy. If you've seen the commercials or you know about Lefroy, you know it can have a distinct effect on people when they first smell it, when they first taste it, all that. So we went searching for Lefroy, and we couldn't find it. Eventually, we were at a restaurant, and I went to the restroom. I remember it well. I went to the restroom, and I looked at the bar, because we'd been looking for it, and it was right there, unopened. So we were able to finally try it. My father loved it. I didn't hate it. I wasn't like, oh my God, give me more of that. It was like, whoa, I have never had an alcohol like this before. This is kind of nuts. What else is there? And it all went downhill from there. You would have never even known I existed if it weren't for that. So you have to blame Lefroy for that. And my dad. And having easy access to the internet. So, we also have Lefroy glass I'm using, which I got at Irene Tan's, coincidentally. Just pouring a little bit of this. I have something else I'd like to try tonight. But this is to cheers to you and everyone who donates, and of course to my father and his health, and improvement of health as well. Again, look at the color, it looks nice. I think this is a blend, I think. The richest of the rich. Still blah, blah, blah. I think it's a blend. I'm almost 100% certain it is. It is not a single malt. It does not say... Oh, it does say out of single malt. But that doesn't mean it's just a single malt. Anyway, this is delicious. End of story. Let me get distracted. Delicious. Wow! Zenbu, thank you for posting all that. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Reminds me of the ocean. Brine, seaweed, salt. Ugh. Instantly my mouth is like, give it! Glen Scotia Double Cask, Rock Oyster Circus, 2017, Aaron 14. Oh my gosh. Smells lovely. Doesn't smell like fish, Sugar Kitty. But it's lovely smell. Zenbu, Lefroy Lores? Please tell me that's not true. Oh, the amount. Oh, God. I was like, what? Yes. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh, my brain. But we have just crossed the halfway mark as of earlier tonight as far as this fundraiser goes. So that does give me motivation that going into this live stream fiesta I'm about to do, it will be enough to get us all the way there, I hope. I can't do like a one stream thing. This is not something I hyped up a month in advance. This was kind of like, oh, I noticed all these things at once. Let's do something. As with me, I always panic and throw it all together at once. It's madness. And yes, if you would like to donate directly to me instead, that is an option. Thank you, Richie Z, for doing that. There should be a rabbit that pops up if you do a mega chat through one of the links, if you like rabbits that dance and noises that happen. Oh, is that what it is? I was wondering. I'm seeing a list. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, Sugar Kitty. Those sound great. Sugar Kitty is adding 2 more sample packs. Wow. Okay. Hold on. This is the main reason I brought this up. Thank you, Sugar Kitty. I'll call it the Sugar Kitty Sampler. Oh, shit. Sugar Kitty, if you could email me what's on there. Well, you don't even have to tell me what's in there. Just tell me it's a sampler pack from you. I accidentally just opened Adobe Photoshop. Why? My computer is going to freak out. You're streaming and Photoshopping? No! Don't you dare. I don't want to. Stop. Go away. Thank you. Oh, no. Thank you, Sugar Kitty, again, for donating the samplers. Because, again, I love getting samplers from people. And I know other people love getting samplers from other people in the community. Because that's the fun part. That's where it's like, I have this. Here, try this. Okay, you want to try this? Here you go. Oh, good stuff. Andrew Butler. Just thought I'd pick a winner from the UK. For any samples, it might be easier for me to provide those to avoid transatlantic postage. Yes. Yes. Andrew Butler, if you could do that, I mean, that's a big step you just took in here. I would be happy to do that. If someone from overseas does enter and win, that would help tremendously. Because I know the costs of shipping right now are barbaric, along with international issues with alcohol shipments and such, even if they're gifts. I think, I don't know, I haven't even looked into it yet, but I would try to get them their stuff. I really would, but laws and postage and all that crap. Thank you, Richie. Yes, please like, subscribe, I'll do that. I have a thing. This is so I don't have to say it. I just click on this every once in a while and hope it catches your attention. So again, thank you, Richie, for reminding others, because I have definitely forgotten to do that numerous times, but I always catch myself as long as someone says it. 1 bourbon, 1 scotch. Nice. Ooh, I like to sleep. But I'm going to get into the scotch. It's been 30 minutes, and I haven't had a sip of anything yet. That's how you know I'm doing a charity stream. Or fundraiser stream. Not charity. Fundraiser. There's a difference legally. Ah, it smells delightful. Please let me know what's in your glass. I do not like to drink alone. I've done that plenty of times in my life already. So let me know if you're having anything at all. Doesn't matter what kind of beverage it is. Ah, my gosh, this smells good. I think I have another bottle of this somewhere. I believe someone donated it, among other things. There's also an Ardbeg back there, which I haven't opened yet. Unboot again. Your fault. My father actually hasn't been able to have any whiskey lately for reasons, but he has been leaning more into Irish lately. So 4 Leaf, This is your fault. He already liked actual Irish whiskey before that. Mr. Great Shot, thank you very much. If you donated just now or before, like already, because I just put people on the list if I saw it, and I did put word out. If you don't want to be on it, let me know. So thank you for letting me know. I will remove thee from the list if I remember. You know, let me write that down right now. I know I've given you quite a few samples already, so it's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I've had plenty. This is the only way I remember stuff. Otherwise, I will forget for certain. So let me have a sip of this. I'm starting to salivate. Wait a little too much. Andrew Butler, having coffee after midnight? Jeez. Just a minute ago. Okay, Mr. Grace. I have it written down. I'll remember not to make sure I don't add that. Dr. Pepper. Shrinky, that does happen. I've been having little twitchiness about certain Mountain Dew stuff. They've been doing new things. I think they have alcohol Mountain Dew stuff now. I was curious about that. Hell, I'd do a video on that just for my own sake. It's like, I don't know. We'll find out. And Diet Dr. Pepper is pretty popular with some people. Or regular Dr. Pepper. I like Dr. Pepper. It's weird. I have like Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Mountain Dew, unfortunately. That's why my teeth are so screwed up, by the way. Yeah. My dentist loves me. I just could live in the smell of this. I'm sorry. This is so distracting. I'm getting those fruit notes again. Like plum. Or blueberry pie. Oh my god. I'm drinking it now. Redbreast 27. Good God, Zenboon. That stuff is delicious. Thankfully, I know that because I went to one of Irene Tan's raffle thingies. No, fundraisers. Whiskey fundraisers. That was 1 year ago? 2 years ago? Actually, it had to be 1 year ago. It was 2021. 2020, that wasn't really going on, so I did get to try the Redbreast 27 year once, and it was an experience. It's much like Glendalough 13 year with the Mizunara cask. It just makes the Irish whiskey a completely different thing. You would think you know what the Irish whiskey would taste like, and then you get one of those. It's like, nope. That was a totally different animal. Great Infinity pour, my own. Nice. I really want to do something like that, but I do not have the memory or conviction or focus or energy or whatever you want to call it to keep that in mind long enough. I would start doing it and I would forget within a month. And then it would just sit there half open for the next year, in all likelihood. Compass Box and Power John Lane yesterday. Both are very tasty. Ooh, Mr. Greatshot, you have started dabbling, sir. Be careful. It's a dangerous road. You start trying a whole bunch of other whiskeys. Ugh. Suddenly you have numerous Scotches, numerous Irish, a few Japanese, some Canadian. I might be talking about myself. Funny thing is, it doesn't seem like it's peated anymore. It is. I know the fork is peated, but my palate's so accustomed to knowing what's going to happen that it's not. I don't get that kind of, oh my gosh, peat. I get a little bit of spice, slight berry, a little bit of malt, a little honey, weirdly enough. Yeah, it's sweet. You wouldn't expect that from a peated whiskey. But I linger more on the sweet notes, and then it gets a little spicy. Oh, so freaking... What I've really enjoyed, though, and I doubt I'll get one anytime soon. Maybe I will. I've had to start saying that. Maybe I will get these bottles somehow. But there is a... Lefroy cask strength out there. Oh, my God. Oh... That's the stuff. That's the peat comes at you real hard with that one. A little bit. Again, higher proof doesn't always mean more peated. And the funny thing about peated Scotch, for me, my experience has been, the longer it's been aged, the less the peat affects it. It's weird. I understand why, but it's just like you'd think it would just continue to be aggressive. Whiskeys from 31 different countries. Good God. You're a busy guy, Andrew Molly. Jeez. I wish I could travel over the globe, but I am hopeful that within the next few years, maybe before I turn 45, I will get to see places like Scotland, Ireland. I'd love to go to Japan just to be in a completely different environment. I have an ear for the Japanese language because I watched a lot of anime over the years. So I know certain phrases, but it would be really neat to just go into a completely different place and be the one who didn't know what the hell anyone was saying. Officially, being like, I don't know, hello, domo, domo arigato. No, wait. Ohayou gozaimasu. I know that one. It would just be cool to go to Japan. I'd really like to do that someday. But right now, we're looking at the idea of Ireland, Scotland for Scotch reasons, obviously. Scott and Irish whiskey I would love to go see in where that is made, because I've enjoyed going to Kentucky twice already, and just being there and getting to try all the whiskey and doing a couple of tours this past year. It's almost over now, so I have to say this recent year that we're finishing up soon, not ready. It was fun. I really enjoyed the Maker's Mark tour. That was exactly what I wanted from a bourbon tour in Kentucky. Was that. And Maker's Mark has been a favorite of mine. If you cannot tell, I have a few over there. And I just finished one recently, sadly, from last year. I still have many others to try, I'm sure. Especially when the private select stuff they got now. Gah. Milk and honey. Sorry, I'm reading chat. If I ever just stop talking, I'm like, I don't know, have I missed anything? I do have something interesting over here that will be coming up next. Not that one. That was a little too rough. There it is. That's what I put in front of me. But since I mentioned the Compass Box, and since a few of you are talking about Compass Box, I have a sample. I don't remember who gave it to me, of course, because I'm not good at keeping track of that. I think I have a bunch all together, but unfortunately a lot of these look very similar. And it looks like this feels like it was from Cliff, but I'm not sure. And he's not here. Cliff is in Vegas right now. Cliff Smith, I'm talking about. He's been a huge contributor to the channel, a fellow Som. I'm fortunate that I get to spend time with him when I visit Irene's, and we're all somming it up. That's another thing you may see if you go to Irene's Hands, is me and Irene and Cliff just talking whiskey and drinking whiskey for hours. But this is a Compass Box, Great King Street, Glasgow blend, single cask, 49%, ex-sherry marrying casks. So I thought, since I'll be doing this thing where I drink every night for a week, I might as well try and get some of these samples done. And that one sounded very interesting to me. Again, Compass Box. That's all I really need to hear. As some of you may be aware, they do good work. I think, again, bad memory, but did the OSWA's, Online Scotch Whisky Awards, did Compass Box win anything? Like Best Blender or something? Best Blended? I don't remember. I know Nika from the Barrel won something, because that was an outlier. That was like a whoop. Unexpected. Fresh Honeycrisp apple cider now. Oh, God. Yeah, Mr. Great Shot. Drink water and not whiskey for a day or two. Maybe 3. As I said, it's very easy to overdo it when you're on a live stream. Hedonism notes. Look at all those notes. Peppermint chaser, I like that. Coconut curry. Ooh. Delightful. Delightful. Hopefully the peat won't affect this other whiskey too much. I only poured a small amount in here. Peat does have a habit of taking over when in a glass. But I already have water in here too, so either way this is going to be slightly altered. No matter how many times I flick my Glencairn like this, all the water is never going to come out. So, on to our schwample here. We have about 20 minutes left. Again, keep donating to the GoFundMe, or donate to me directly for me's sake via the PayPal and Venmo. I haven't linked them up in the pinned whatever, because there's not enough room. More importantly, we're going for this whole week GoFundMe. You get entered to this raffle. I will be posting to wherever I can about what the raffle prizes are. So keep an eye on that. I hope to entice people with that, and I will ask a few other channels to promote it, talk about it, that kind of thing, if they can. I mean, just saying something like Whiskey Central last night or yesterday was talking about it, and I did get a few donations there. That was cool. Also, subscribe. I think most of the names I've seen in here I've seen before. So, but we're also coincidentally, this is also the big push to the end of this year to get 1,000 subscribers. I've got a ways to go, but we did hit 650 not long ago. I believe it was 650. Yeah, it was. So we're pushing that as well. I'm pushing my agenda right now to get 1,000 subscribers, because I know my dad would like to see that as well. I would like to see that. Everyone I know pretty much would be happy to see that. So that's also in the works, but I will be streaming in abundance for the next month or so. Details coming soon. As many of you know, there is an advent calendar thing that happens every year with many whiskey channels. So stay tuned. There's some things in the works. I don't know all the details, but I hope to know more soon. I was going to check Discord, but I didn't, because I'm supposed to be focusing on this. There we go. Pouring all of the sample because it's easier for me to do. And this is one of the smaller ones. Like these, at some point I'll be switching to these sizes, because I think I would be able to fit 5 in my hand delivery box instead of just the 4. The 4 you get 2 ounces, but I'm also going to be running out of 2-ounce glass bottles anyway soon. So I will have to purchase new ones, and I will be going with the smaller ones so I can give you more samples, more different samples, rather than 4 larger samples, because I know in my case, my experience with samples is if you get one of these, you can pour the whole thing and enjoy it, whereas if I get stuff like this, where they're bigger, I might drink half, and then I will do the I'll save it for later thing, which I don't need to do anymore in my life. I do that with too many things. I need to get to the part of being comfortable with not having things and not having to worry about it. Good luck with that. Compass Box Orchard House. That's right. That I've had that, thanks to, I believe Sugar Kitty gave me a sample of that, and it was delightful, so I'm not surprised at all that it won. Compass Box in general has been doing amazing things with blends. They will continue to do so, I hope. Let's see how this one is. I hope I like it. Oh, whoa. Funky. Jeez, that's a malt funk right there. I don't know if I'm going to like this one. Damn it, I shouldn't have said that. Okay, let's chill out a little bit. That was just abrupt. Yeah, it's, how do I explain that? This is going to take a little bit. It's making me think of sour apple, or probably the better and more palatable idea is a baked apple, but just the baked apple. As if you took an apple, cored it out, put some stuff in it, probably just butter, maybe some cinnamon, put it in the oven and just baked it, and then took it out and ate that. I don't think I've ever eaten one of those, but I know the smell is very precise. There's almost a tartness to it. It smells very sweet. I wasn't expecting to get very, like, it's just like, what is this? Rock oyster, yeah. New Hampshire State Liquor Store is cleaning out Orchard House 35. Get one, then get 3. I mean, don't do that. Applesauce. It's making me think of the skin, though. Like the skin of a baked apple. Pinch hitter. Time to do a road trip to New Hampshire. Liquor stores. Do it. It's closer to you than me, I'm sure. I think it's over an hour for me to get to the state line. Yeah, there's a weird... I've used this example before. I want a better one. But it's as if it was some kind of compost. You know, a vegetal, sour compost type of thing. I don't know why it has to be that way, but it is. That's what I think of when I get this specific note. It's very... It makes your nose do that. Just kind of squint up a bit. It's not a bad smell. It's just weird because it's all this vegetation. Poached apple. Yeah, poached. There we go. Like I said, I've never made one, but that's what it made me think of. Fifth quarter tail, cheers, hello, welcome. Oh, I shouldn't have to tell you, but I will. It's Bourbon Night, I think, is going live after this. I feel like I saw it earlier, but I suddenly started to think about everything else I had to do and forgot. But yes, I believe It's Bourbon Night is going live tonight. Don't know what they're doing, but I will tell you to go over there and say hello. They will have lots of people there, I'm sure. Always do. Ah, yes, pinch hitter. I know that feeling. Well, I have plenty of room in my apartment, believe me, but I'm trying to keep it all to this corner. I've been nosing this for a while. There's this strange sweetness. It's vanilla, but artificial vanilla. Almost... powdered sugar. Remus 5 versus Remus 6? Or V1? I'm not sure if there's a difference. I read 5. Zenbu, thank you again for posting that. It's the pinned comment as well. $5 will get you entered into this giant raffle. Again, so far it is going to be at least... Well, now it's going to be 5 different sample packs. 1 from me, 2 from Bourbon Bites, 2 from Sugar Kitty, and then you have bottles that you could win. All Whiskey Mentors picks, except for 1. Whiskey Mountain says donated in Old Forester 1920. There will be a Whiskey Mentors Butterscotch Sundae for a 3-quart. Whiskey Mentors Jefferson's QSO1, a quintessential, delicious. Whiskey Mentors Old Elk, Holy Cannoli. I want to try that. I feel like I might have, but I don't remember. And, of course, the Whiskey Mentors Compass Box Glasgow Blend, QSO1 again. Our Daily Dram, it's a peated one, so if you don't like peated and you win, we'll talk. Woo! Thank you, 5th quarter tailgate, because I didn't know that. I don't know what it was a minute ago, but we're going. It's going up already. I like that. We're getting closer and closer and closer. I'm dumbfounded that we got halfway there before I even started doing the stream. So that is positive. You know how I'm about being positive. Have a sip. Again, the nose is really weird. Hopefully I'll at least like the taste. We'll see. I do not dislike the taste. That's good. A touch of spice, a little bit of ash, then it goes dry. The mouth feels pretty good. Initial sip, so pleasant. Still the nose is making go high. I wish I had a better description for this nose. But so far we have powdered sugar, compost. The easiest way for me to describe it is if you've ever had to deal with mulch. It's probably mulch is a better term. And you've had to, like, you've been messing in your garden, you open up a mulch bag. That. This is pleasant. Mazel tov, indeed. I think my brain is locked into bourbon, but also keep in mind I just had a Lafroig, so that does mess with things. I don't believe this is peated, but I don't know anything about it, so maybe. If it is, I can't tell. Compass Box, Great King Street, Glasgow blend, single cask, ex-sherry Marion cask. Maybe it's the sherry note. I've had this discussion with myself numerous times, on stream and off, where I can never quite verify if there are certain sherry finishes with Scotch, or if it's just certain malt with Scotch that wig me out sometimes. I know Sugar Kitty did a blind for me where I tried a bunch of Scotch I never had before, and some of it was just the malt. I guarantee it was the malt thing that was just making me go, "Whoa!" But I don't remember exactly what it was. I still have them, so I'll have to go back and try them again. Again, they were large samples. Sugar Kitty likes the large samples. But it just wigs me out. Like the nose especially just makes me go, hi. I'm still not certain what it is. But in this case, if we're talking about a Marion cask of sherry, that would not surprise me if it were a sherry influence in this case. Sherry, I barely know her. Like something Roger Rabbit would say. Or Bugs Bunny. Okay. I think it's a lighter Scotch because I'm not getting a lot from it immediately where it's going blah. I believe this sample came from Cliff. I'm not 100% sure, and Cliff's not here. Cliff is currently in Vegas, I believe, for work. But it's good. But I think it's thrown me off because I came off the heels of Lafroig. And if it's finished in sherry, I always get a little weird because again, as I was talking about, I don't know if it's the sherry influence or just the kind of malt whiskey it is that's wigging me out. Because there's that note, that weird... and this is also something I get in bourbons, but it's not the same, which is a weird thing to say, but I get a weird note in bourbons, I get a weird note in Scotch, it seems, where it's just that nose scrunching kind of smell, where it doesn't smell terrible, but it is strange. I can't quite find the right word for it, and I never have, not yet. I've had a couple words I've used that were good, but I don't remember what they are. The best I have is mulch. That's probably the closest I can get. Fresh mulch. Andrew Butler says, I don't know about the single cask version, but the Glasgow blend usually has Lafroig and sherry Scotch among the ingredients. Well, that wouldn't surprise me if I'm not getting a lot from it because Lafroig's already in it. Yes, Zemdude. I don't know if this is the Irene Tan pick. Like, I don't think it is. But if it is, it's a weird one. The pick was not the Great King Street. It was something else. It was the... I'd still like to try it. Yeah, it's the Glasgow blend, is what hers is. Our Daily Dram. I think Cliff got this one before she got her bottles. That was a while ago. If this is from him, again, I can't remember. Cliff has sent me so many samples in so many different ways that I can't tell which is which. Artist blend is described as grainy. Maybe. Fifth Chord Tailgate, thank you. We are fortunate enough to be very close to Boston, and Boston has some pretty serious tech and research teams that deal with cancers of every sort. So very lucky with that, but it is still a notable financial ding to my family for just getting there, especially with the hotel stays. Like, they will have very early morning appointments, and rather than deal with traffic in Boston, because you don't, if you haven't gone there, you don't know, and you don't want to know. I trust me, you don't. So they will go up the day before, stay in a hotel near the hospital. I think they even have some shuttle services from hotels around there for people who have to do that. But that's a chunk. Hotel prices are not cheap. So they've been doing that as well. Again, sucks, but hey, what are you going to do? So those are the costs we're talking about. They are very lucky that they have insurance that covers most, if not everything. My father was talking about the pills he has to take for his, just to eat. You have to take a certain pill because digestion gets weird with pancreatic cancer. And they are very, like $1,000. I don't know if it was a month or per pill. I think it was a month for the pills, but I don't remember. Hopefully Dad will come in here at some point and tell us a little more. I'm going to see if I can get Mama and Pop KillCo on stream at some point. And maybe even my brother. I don't know. I asked him about it, but he is a traveling person nowadays because of the job he has. So it's usually not easiest to pinpoint where he is or if he even has a connection at all. Pinch Hitter Whiskey knows, Zen Boot, you both know about Boston traffic. So that is why they stay in hotels occasionally. But we got the 4-minute mark at the moment. 5, I should have said, but yeah, I didn't. So we're winding down our very first day of doing these raffle entries of a sort. Stay tuned. I will say now, before I forget, that Tuesday specifically is going to be a day where the stream will not start at 7. It'll start either at... It'll be late. It'll start probably at 8 o'clock. Maybe even later. But I'm saying 8 o'clock for now because I will be being physically active. Rawr. I have a class at a gym. I'll call it a gym. That ends at 6:45. And even though it's close, I do not want to be the guy who comes from the gym to my home to live stream in my gym wear. You do not want to see that. So that'll be delayed. And possibly another stream again. It's going to be a holiday weekend. I know. Thanksgiving is in the way. A friend of mine, Greg himself, who some of you have heard of his voice, will be in town. So I may be doing some things at night. I don't know. That's where there's a little asterisk next to 7 p.m. I'm going to try to do them at 7, but I know specifically Tuesday, that's not going to happen. Unless you want to see me in my sweats. I do not want to broadcast that, so I won't. Yeah, I'm very... Zen Boot is one of the fortunate people, for my sake, and just knowing someone. He's in Boston. Pinch Hitter's in Boston area, or Massachusetts, Boston area. So we're very fortunate that we get to hang out and do stuff, but the traffic itself is just awful. This is why I don't go to Boston. I'm very happy to go to Connecticut, to Irene's place. That's an hour away, almost no matter what. But even with me going near Providence, which is Rhode Island's capital, I don't want to go near a freaking city. Traffic always sucks the closer you get to a city. So, whatever. This is growing on me. I like it. Again, the nose isn't the best. Ow. Why itchy nose now? Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of funk. Maybe malt funk. But the taste is nice. It's actually very mellow. Other than a little spice, a little dry, a little sweetness. Powdered sugar still comes to mind. It's pleasant. The spices are nice. They're just almost gingerbread in quality. It's making me think of cappuccino. Huh. I don't think it's that bitter. Still good. I like a good cappuccino. Who doesn't? People who don't like bitter stuff, probably. With that, however, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this. Thank you to everyone who did donate. Again, please spread the word. I will be posting about what is currently up for grabs. Well, now, I think, if I don't get distracted. But with that, 8 o'clock, go say hi to It's Bourbon Night. Tell them KillCo sent you. They will always be like, I didn't see that at all. But anyway, as always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you tomorrow, but also out there. Boop. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.